Hi everyone. In this presentation, we are going to discuss about global warming. From the Stone Age to the modern era, man has came a long way. In his pursuit of comforts of life, he ignored the threat of pollution and environmental degradation caused by industrialization. Global warming is not a new as this process occurs naturally and keeps the Earth's temperature about 50 degrees. Without this natural cover, Earth's surface will be colder than it's today, making the planet freezing and devoid of life. A gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, generally attributed to the greenhouse effect caused by increased level of carbon dioxide, CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbon, and other pollutants. It is one of the most current and widely discussed factors. It has far-reaching impact on biodiversity and climate conditions of the planet. Several current trends clearly demonstrate that global warming is directly impacting on rising sea levels, the melting of ice caps, and significant worldwide climate changes. In short, global warming represents a fundamental threat to all living things on Earth. Thus, an action should be taken to reduce global warming effects such as reduce carbon dioxide emission, managing forests and agriculture, and implementation of law. What is global warming? Global warming is a term used to describe a gradual increase in the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere and its oceans. A change that is believed to be permanently changing Earth's climate. The increased volumes of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases released by the burning fossil fuels, land clearing, agriculture, and other human activities are believed to be the primary sources of global warming. Collectively, global warming and its effects are known as climate change. While there have been prehistoric periods of global warming, observed changes since the mid 20th century have been unprecedented in rate and scale. Scientists from the Intergovernmental Panels on Climate Change, that is IPCC, carrying out global warming research, have recently predicted that average global temperatures could increase between 1.4 and 5.8 degrees Celsius by the year 2100. These findings have been recognized by the national science academies of major nations and are not disputed by any scientific body of national or international standing. What are the causes of global warming? Global warming have natural as well as anthropogenic causes. The greenhouse effect, natural calamities, slow tilting of Earth's axis comes under natural causes while respiration, mining activities, rapid industrialization and increased automobile use comes under the category of anthropogenic causes, which is also known as man-made causes. Let us discuss about these causes in detail. The greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect is a process by which radiation from the planet's atmosphere warms the planet's surface to a temperature above what it would be without its atmosphere. Certain gases in our atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, trap the heat from the sunlight and work like a blanket to retain much of the heat. This helps to warm our atmosphere, and these gases are collectively known as greenhouse gases. But various human activities like excessive use of fossil fuels caused the increase in the greenhouse gases, which thereby increase the temperature in the atmosphere beyond the limit. This condition is global warming. The important greenhouse gases are carbon dioxide, ozone, nitrous oxide, and methane. Deforestation is another anthropogenic cause for global warming. Deforestation, in simple terms, means the felling and clearing of forest cover or tree plantations to accommodate agricultural, industrial, or urban use. It involves the permanent end of the forest cover to make that land available for residential, commercial, or industrial purpose. Trees play a major role in controlling global warming. The trees utilize greenhouse gases, restoring the balance in the atmosphere. With constant deforestation, the ratio of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has increased, adding to our global warming woes. Natural calamities is another cause for global warming. Climate change affects global temperature and precipitation patterns. These effects in turn influence the intensity and in some cases the frequency of extreme environmental events such as forest fires, hurricanes, heat waves, floods, droughts and storms. Slow tilting of Earth's axis. The axial tilt angle affects climate largely by determining which parts of the earth get more sunlight during the different stages of the year. This is primary cause for the different season Earth experiences throughout the year, as well as the intensity of the season for higher latitudes. Let's see how mining contribute to global warming. Mining often involves large diesel trucks and loaders running around emitting carbon dioxide, which is a main contributor to anthropogenic climate change. Also, cutting trees down to make a way for mining operations does reduce the value trees having in absorbed CO2 put into the atmosphere. Plastic is also another cause for global warming, and the release of poisonous gases from the factories in the form of smoke is also another cause for global warming. What are the effects of global warming? Each year, scientists learn more about the consequences of global warming, and many agree that environmental, economic, and health consequences are likely to occur if the current trends continue. Here's just a smattering of what we can look forward to. First one is melting glaciers, early snowmelt, and severe droughts will cause more dramatic water shortages and increases the risk of wildfires. Rising sea levels will lead to the coastal flooding on the eastern seaboard, especially in Florida and in other areas such as Gulf of Mexico. Forests, farms, and cities will face troublesome new pests, heat waves, heavy downpours, and increased flooding. All those factors will damage or destroy agriculture and fisheries. Disruption of habitats such as coral reefs and alpine meadows could drive many plant and animal species to extinction. Allergies, asthma, and infectious disease outbreaks will become more common due to increased growth of pollen producing ragweed, higher levels of air pollution, and the spread of conditions favorable to pathogens and mosquitoes. The impacts of global warming are being felt across the globe. The effects of global warming can be seen from these pictures, that is, the loss of habitat such as coral reefs, flooding, drought, and the melting of glaciers. What are the solutions towards global warming? The very first solution is to speak up. This is the single biggest way we can make an impact on global climate change. Let people be aware about what is going in our surroundings. Reduce the consumption of fossil fuels because greenhouse gas emissions are tied very closely to our energy consumption. So, by reducing the consumption of fossil fuels, we can definitely reduce the amount of global warming. Power your home with renewable energy. Choose a utility company that generates at least half its power from wind or solar and has been certified by Green E Energy. The fourth one is to reduce water waste. Saving water reduces carbon pollution too. That's because it takes a lot of energy to pump, heat, and treat your water. Buy better bulbs. LED light bulbs uses up to 80% less energy than the conventional incandescent lamps. Drive a fuel efficient vehicle. Gas smart cars such as hybrids and fully electric vehicles save fuel as well as money. Rethink planes, trains, and automobiles. Shrink your carbon profile. The conclusion. The conclusion confirms that the global warming is a major challenge of our global society. There is a very little doubt that global warming will change our climate in the next century. So, what are the solutions to global warming? First, there must be international political solution. Funding for developing cheap and clean energy production must be increased, as all economic development is based on increasing energy usage. We must not pin all our hopes on global politics and clean energy technology, so we must prepare for the worst and adapt. If implemented now, a lot of the costs and damage that could be caused by changing climate can be mitigated. Thank you.